Hello, everyone, and welcome. Here we are, the 3x3x3 Screenwriters Challenge. Thank you all for coming out.
No, Trent, it's aloha, not hello.
Oh, the Aloha Challenge, right?
Right, exactly.
Where all the scripts have to be written about the big island of Hawaii.
And we hope that you all read that part of the instructions.
Which they did, because all the scripts are good and qualified, and we're here to present the awards.
That's why we're themed.
Yeah.
Yes. So welcome everyone to the 3x3 Screenwriters Challenge Awards Night. I am the MC, T.L. Westgate, your professor, and our hosts for tonight are Krista Luzinski and Professor Trent Duncan. They're going to be handing out all the awards, and I'm going to pass it on to them.
Excellent. Thank you, T.L. We also have Jenna, who will be managing our chat and making sure everyone stays well behaved at our award ceremony here. We have another minute. Let's let a couple people join before we actually get started. But I want to have everybody come in and give them a top opportunity to come in here at 7 o'clock. If anybody's having technical difficulties or anything like that, please shoot us a message on Discord. We're looking at that as well too. But I want to make sure everybody's in here ready to go before we get started. And in the meantime, Krista will be doing the hula dance.
I think it goes something like this. There's some arms. I did learn this at one point. I don't quite remember it. I feel like I need the lay from TL. TL, can you please come give me the lay? I don't know where you are. But if I had a lay, I could do the hula correctly. So I think it's something.
If only TL was here.
If only TL was here, then he could give me a lay. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the 3x3x3. Oh my gosh, is that a lay?
How did he get here?
Hey,
it's like movie making magic.
It's definitely some special effects.
That is special effects. If you haven't taken the visual effects course, you will be able to do that soon in the digital filmmaking program. So now a little bit about the Screenwriters Challenge. So for this year, it's our third year of the 2022 3x3x3 Screenwriters Challenge. And it is a short film screenplay challenge exclusively for our online LA Film School students.
That's right. And this year we were excited because we have expanded it to all of the online film school students. So, which means writing for film and television. We've had scripts from digital filmmaking, media communications, music production, and even the animation program. So we're excited to have all those scripts.
So tonight we're going to bring you the nominees and the winners from each category. So our category winners receive certificates, and then our first, second, and third place winners are going to receive gift cards from B&H.
Excellent. So let's get rolling here. But first, we want to get started with John Artigo. Let's introduce him, the program director of the digital filmmaking program, and he's going to say a few words to get us kicked off. Everybody, John.
I just want to welcome everybody and just say I'm so happy that all of you participated because it's one of the hardest things, just getting people to participate. And if you're trying to do, college the right way, the best way to do it is to be active and to participate and put yourself out there and be aware of what other people are doing. So thank you so much for participating. We have to remember that our faculty, our staff, they do so much work to put this together. You got faculty who are reading screenplays and judging, and that takes a lot of time. So please make sure you take a moment to say thank you to all the faculty and staff that put their time into this because they really want to do this for you. I'm super excited that there are more participants this year, that we have other programs involved, just like Trent mentioned. So I just want to say, that's when I learned telling me to stop. I just want to say just congratulations, good luck, and I look forward to seeing how it all plays out. Thank you, you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, John. And to go along with that, we also have Steve Longo, who is here from the Career Development Department. Thanks, Steve.
Hey, guys. Thanks for inviting us. I'm here with Charlotte Grady. And to all the participants, I have two things to say. Career Development Department is here for you. I can't think of a better resume topper than being a finalist in this competition, and we're happy to add that to you. And on a note to this team, the instructor team, we may be steps from the Hollywood sign and right near the Dolby Theater, but when it comes to an award show, this online team is really killing it, and we're taking the lead from them here in Hollywood, and we're doing a thesis film festival, but I used the basis of the things that Jenna and Krista and TL were doing here. So we're excited to meet with you, and thank you for including us. And Charlotte's here to say hello, Charlotte.
Hi, everybody. And Ash, I got your email. Thanks for good to meet you here too.
Awesome. Well, we just want to say a big thank you to the career development team for all that you do to help support our students and for being here tonight and for always coming out to support us at trivia as well. So thank you.
Career development is a great asset to have, so please definitely utilize them while you are here. They are here to help you.
So now that we've kind of said our hellos, I think we're ready to get started. So I think TL is going to be sharing a very exciting presentation with us, kind of talking just about our Screenwriters Challenge. And we're going to start by talking about our required elements, just to kind of refresh everyone. So for the required elements, it was 3 minimum characters, 3 minimum scenes, and 3 required elements. And those elements were an action, which was a character avoiding a falling object, a prop, which was a hook, and a line of dialogue, which was, no, you have to turn it to the left. And we did have a lot more entries this year than we have in the past, which was very exciting. So for this year's entries, it was across 5 programs, which I believe Trent mentioned earlier, and we had a total of 34 entries.
Move forward.
So we had 34 submissions across 5 programs, which is really exciting. So we just want to thank everyone for submitting. We had so many great entries. It was actually really difficult to judge this year just because so many great screenplays to read. We really enjoyed all of them. So thank you all again. So now moving on, Trent is going to talk a little bit about the judging process.
Move forward. All right, so our scripts were evaluated based on 5 different categories: your formatting and your grammar, the plot and structure of your story concept, how unique, how interesting it might have been, the conflict at hand and what's at stake, and also character development. So our judges looked at those different categories in order to kind of break down each of the scripts and come up with our top script, and then top script for each of these categories as well too. And our next slide, we have our awards and winners. So how it's going to work is all of the winners for the categories tonight will get a certificate. So you get a certificate as a winner, and we'll get laurels for all them as well. But we have a B&H gift card for our first, second, and third place winners. So those first, second, and third place winners get some cash money to spend at B&H, along with their certificates and the laurels as well. And what we're going to do as well, since we have a Zoom meeting here, if the winner of one of the categories is available, we'll have them raise their hand, okay? And then we'll give them the chance to say a few things. We'll ask you a couple of questions about your script. You can talk about it for about 60 seconds or so, and then we'll move on to the next category. So if you are a winner and we say your name, if you're here, please raise your hand. If you're not here, you don't have to raise your hand and you don't have to talk. So if you don't like talking, you could leave the meeting at that time and you will still win your award. So it's okay. So then I think that's it. We're ready to.
I think we're ready to move on to the next slide and get started. So
First
I feel like I would do a drum roll if I had one, but I don't have a drum. So, and the winners are, moving on
to best concept of originality. Okay, so the best concept of originality is the award that highlights a script that showcases highly creative elements in an original way. So for example, a unique concept, unique situation, even unique characters that kind of step outside the norms of traditional storytelling. So the nominees for the best original concept are.
So our nominees are Obiafo, Black Hole, Sandstorm City, The Sacrificed, and Breakthrough. And the winner is Sandstorm City by Carlos Perkins.
All right, Carlos. I feel like we need like.
I know, I want like some confetti or something to fall down. So I don't know if Carlos is here. If not, congratulations. I'll give it a minute. Little applause. Thank you, Ray, for those applause. Carlos, fantastic. You're here. I don't know if you'd like to say anything, go ahead and unmute yourself and jump right in. I see you're in the car.
Can everybody hear me?
We can. Congratulations.
Everybody knows going to a futuristic dystopian world. Hunters giant monster. Win $1 million prize. Very creative.
Oh, when we was in the first meeting, I heard a lot of people when we was talking about the hook say horror. So the first thing that came to my mind when we said hook was fantasy. So I just went straight for it. I was like, I could turn this into something beautiful if I flip it instead of going the normal route everybody else would go. So that was my mind on a project. So I just went for it.
Excellent. And that you certainly did. It was very creative. And the best thing about screenwriting is sky's the limit. You don't actually have to film it.
That was great, Carlos. We really enjoyed it. So thank you so much for sharing that with us.
All right, let's move on to the next category here. Thank you, Carlos. Next category is best plot structure. TL, throw up our slides here for best plot structure. Okay, so the best plot structure. This award highlights a script that excelled in creating a well-structured plot that utilizes a 3-act structure, creating a very engaging story. And I know 6-7 pages is tough to do a 3-act structure, but we did have a few scripts that did that very well with the setup, the basic story, and a nice conclusion. And Chris is going to tell us the nominees for this category.
So our nominees for this category are One Last Time, The Sakura Ritual, The Duo, Obeafo, and Do Not Enter. And the winner is Obeafo by Jashim U. Wilson.
All right, all right. Hey, are they here today? Let's see.
Oh, Jashim is here. Congratulations.
All right, so the log line for this, oh, I don't have that with me right now. So we'll just jump with her. She can unmute herself and she can.
Thank you.
Oh, it's the wrong one. Okay. So what can you tell us about how you came up with the concept for this screenplay?
Oh,
I think they're frozen here until we get to some technical.
The
kind
suspense
of
is
a
killing.
vampire,
Oh.
and yeah, that's what came out.
So it is an old school vampire and witch kind of a ritual, correct?
It's weird. It's like, I guess it's a being that gets possessed, an actual living person that gets possessed by the spirit that makes them drink blood and do all that.
Excellent. Great script. You had a great setup in the beginning, which kind of explained a little bit about what this Obeafo, the spiritual being is, which when I read it, I didn't have much of a clue, but you did a great job explaining that because the grandmother is telling the young child a story. And then it actually goes into the story of the child being scared about it. And then at the end, there's the conclusion of if this creature really is existing or not. And it's great because you have the mom, you have the daughter relationship in there and the young child. So there's a good dynamic of characters in this. So well done. Excellent work.
Thank you.
Great. So we'll move on to our next category, which is best visual writing.
All right. So best visual writing. This award highlights a script that excels in visual storytelling. So the judges were looking for how well the writer was able to use the action and the dialogue to paint a detailed picture for the reader.
So we had quite a few nominees for this category as well that we were very impressed with, but our finalists for this category are Awkward, Obeafo, The Walk, The Duo, and A Night with the Family. And the winner is The Walk by Curtis Jeffrey Blackburn.
Congratulations, Curtis. All right. This one was another one that's very well done. Very descriptive. A lot of action in this. Not a lot of dialogue, but a lot of action. And Curtis did a great job of visualizing that and showcasing that. So is Curtis here? Jashim still got their hand raised. Maybe they want to talk.
Maybe they want to talk again.
Maybe they want to.
Maybe they know Curtis.
Maybe they did. Oh,
That's okay.
no,
Maybe not. Maybe
no,
not. That's okay.
Curtis is not with
That's
them.
okay, Jashim.
Okay, just not.
Well,
Okay.
congratulations again, Curtis. We're very excited for you if you're watching this later. And thank you again for your submission.
All right. So let's move on here. The next category we have is best dialogue. All right. This award highlights a script that excelled in writing very engaging dialogue. Writing dialogue is not difficult. However, writing good dialogue that is engaging and believable is very difficult. And so our nominees did just that.
So our nominees in this category are Mystery of Manila, Breakthrough, The Sakura Ritual, For the Love of Fishing, and Lucerne. And the winner is Breakthrough by Rodney Fleetwood Jr.
All right.
Congratulations.
Rodney. Rodney has been a regular. He was in our last
Yes.
screenwriting challenge as well. And
I
also
think there was a win last year as
showcase.
well. Yeah.
there we have him. All right, Rodney.
Hey, Rodney.
So real quick, this is a futuristic story as well. I think you might have been nominated as well for best original story, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. And for me, it took a little while to kind of catch what was going on, but I really like how you had a storyline going, but then you also had a character telling another story as the plot kind of moved forward and moved on. So you added like these two story elements, and I felt myself wanting to read in order to learn what the character was talking about in his story as I was reading the original story. So tell us a little bit about your creativity on that.
Yeah, that was the key thing that I wanted to convey. I wanted to be able to tell two different stories at the same time, you know, for the purpose of using one of the 3 prompts that we needed to use. Yeah, that's most of it was based off of that. And then the idea of what a hook would be to the people who would name it that.
Very cool. Yeah, it was very engaging. And the dialogue was very believable too, because these characters, it was set in the future, correct? So the characters, I love the slang some of them had, and the way they talked to each other was just outside the norm of just regular dialogue. So you did a really good job creating these characters and then bringing them to life on paper. So congratulations there.
Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you again, Rodney. Fantastic story. So now we're going to move on to best situational conflict.
Ooh, all right. So conflict, everybody loves that. And best situational conflict award showcases the most engaging situational conflict within the story. Okay, so a good situational conflict will raise the stakes and challenge our characters to go beyond their limits. All the fun stuff that creates dramatic film that people really love to come see. So nominees.
So our nominees for this category are The Sakura Ritual, Before the End of the Night, Obeafo, Sandstorm City, and In Due Time. And the winner is In Due Time by Michael Alexander Zavala.
All right, Michael, fantastic. So a little bit about this film. This was definitely a good conflict as well. It's based on a true story, actually. A sinkhole emerges in the middle of a highway as a family must rely on strangers to help them exit the sinkhole before a landslide crushes them all. So there's a lot of characters in this, and they're trying to save each other before a landslide actually comes down and kills everybody. So the conflict and the stakes are very high because it's very life and death. We had a few films that had a few life and death at stake, but this one was multiple characters, multiple situations, and it did that very well. So do we have Michael available here?
I'm over here.
Oh, perfect. Congratulations, Michael.
Hello. Thank you.
So you say it's based on a true story. Tell us a little bit about that, Michael.
When I was visiting Guatemala in this one area near the capital, there's this highway where I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. So where this highway is, the road is cracking and it's starting to sink. And the sinkhole happened a couple months ago, and I just wanted to recreate that story. But of course, it's like, you know, I had to recreate it this way. Wow.
Well, you did a phenomenal job with it. So congratulations.
Absolutely.
You
Congratulations.
really recreated it incredibly well.
Some of the best stories
Thank you.
come from real life. So if you ever have writer's block and you need ideas, check real life, because that's you did a great job there coming up with that. So the stakes were high, and you definitely earned that one. Thank you very much. All right, head up. What's our next category?
Next up, we have Best Character Development.
Best character development. So this award highlights the script that showcases strong and detailed character development. Well-developed characters are needed to hook your audience and tell an engaging story. All right, just like Indiana Jones, right?
One of my favorite characters of all time, as we discussed earlier. But in this particular case, our nominees are Obeafo, Breakthrough, The Sakura Ritual, But It's Better If You Do, and For the Love of Fishing. And the winner is The Sakura Ritual by Pedro Rivera.
All right, Pedro. We have Pedro here. So in this film,
I don't know how to raise my hand in this thing, so I'm just going to raise my hand here.
That works just as well. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Your log line for this, the son does the unthinkable to save his dying father. However, that doesn't nearly come close to describing the twist in the story that I was just like, holy cow. But
did not see that coming.
No, but your characters were I just love the conflict that was there and the development between the son and the father. And I really felt like I could feel the kind of tension between the two characters.
And that you could develop that level of tension in a short 7 pages was incredibly well done.
So please tell us the idea and a little bit about the script.
Thank you so much. The script, fortunately, unfortunately, it's loosely based on the relationship I had with my own father, who passed away about 3 years ago. So the medical, the hospice, that was all something that I truly lived by. And I kind of, before he passed, there was a lot of things I wish I would have said, and a lot of things that we kind of hold on before someone's gone. And so I kind of lived through that emotion here, but I didn't want it to be that sappy. And I love the idea of vampires, and and always thinking about my father, and we always wish we had one more day. And I was like, how would someone live forever? And I was like, well, vampires, probably the old school way of living forever. But in this case, I wanted to add a twist of it's more of him saving him, but punishing him at the same time for, what he holds, like the grudge he holds against his father. So I don't hold that type of grudge to my father, but it was much better than that. But I wanted to take it a dark turn for this, and very grateful. Thank you.
And that you did, for sure. It definitely took an unexpected twist in there where he is a vampire and he turns his dad into a vampire in the middle when he drags the chair over and puts it against the door, like he's propping the door closed so the nurses and stuff can't get in there. I'm thinking, dude, he's gonna smother him with a pillow.
He's gonna smother with a pillow. That's exactly what I thought.
You totally went beyond that. Like, holy cow, vampire. But it was great because it's a good example of taking a real life event and taking those emotions, that stuff that is really deep and what needs to be in a script and what makes your characters believable, and taking that, putting it on paper, but then adding your own creative elements to it, to, like you said, not make it sappy and just, oh, okay, it's the same love, okay, yeah, lost his father, wish I could say it. It's like, boom, you're cursed now for what you did to mom, you get to live forever, bam. So it was very well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. So now our next one is we're actually going to take a look at the best use of the action, which is one of our criteria. The character avoids a falling object.
All right, so we're kind of in the home stretch here of some of our awards, and we don't have nominees for here, but we have some honorable mentions that we're going to throw out there. So, however, I think we just goes right into the award. So the character avoids a falling object. This was a little tricky. We got some creativity, but let's just hit our award. Bam. See what it does. Boom.
And the winner goes to
Awkward
by Henry Brown.
Henry Brown. All right, is Henry here? Go ahead and raise that hand. So
I'm right here.
All right.
Oh, congratulations.
All right, Henry. So just real quick, this is a fun script. It's very comedic. As soon as I got into as soon as the first page went down, I totally got the writing. I totally got the characters. I can envision them. And it was what it was. It was just enjoyable and fun. And
I was laughing out loud, like actually laughing out loud.
So the object, the script is the husband and wife are getting together, and then the parents are somehow just creeping on them, waiting for them to have a baby because they want grandkids. And so where this comes in play, when the two lovebirds get into bed at night, a microphone falls from the ceiling that's taped to the ceiling, and the husband jumps out of bed, falls out of the bed, and avoids the microphone as it's falling. And then the microphone is there because they trace the cord outside to see the parents listening to their conversation to try and get them to have a baby because they want grandkids. So it really kind of involved the entire situation that you had created for your script, which was very unique.
It was a very unique situation for it, which you could see it in the world of it, which I thought was hysterical.
Very comedic. So is this based on a true story as well?
I wish I could say that it was, but if anything, my whole thought process just demonstrates that I am a huge fan of Monty Python and Mel Brooks. I just put those two things together and boom.
Totally see that for the script. Very well done in that aspect. You didn't take it too seriously. It was very light, very comedic, and right off the bat. Excellent writing, excellent description, and dialogue. Went straight to it. Loved it.
Thank you.
All right, so some honorable mentions we had for this category as well, falling object. Sandstorm City. Okay, a character avoids a falling object, which is a line that is used to help hook their character and kind of bring them to safety. Again, that was the dystopian futuristic one when they battle the monster. For the Love of Fishing, I enjoyed this one. This one was very comedic as well too, but the kid, he steers the boat into a tree and they jump out the boat as the tree falls on top of the boat, which is good. And the Sakura ritual. The dad, after he's turned into a vampire, the dad leans over and he throws up, about to throw up on the son, but the son jumps out of the way. So he avoids the vomit that's coming after him. So a couple of honorable mentions there, but the award, definitely Henry earned that one. So congratulations there.
And along that line, we have the, no pun intended, the best use of the line of dialogue. Really didn't mean that one. So in case you are forgetting, our line of dialogue this year was, no, you have to turn it to the left.
To the left.
So do you want to start with the honorable mentions or should we jump right into the award?
Let's jump right into the award.
Right into the award. Yeah. So the winner this year is Black Hole by Olivia DiMatteo.
All right, congratulations, Olivia. Is she here? Just go ahead and raise your hand. And so we'll just go ahead for this script. It is a very, it's kind of in the future and there's astronauts in space. And literally it's 2 pages worth of dialogue and situational conflict about how we turn this dial to the left or the right. And they end up turning it the wrong way, which creates this black hole, which sucks them all into this other world, kind of like Interstellar. I felt a little bit of Interstellar in that script writing stuff as well. So the line of dialogue led to the main catalyst of the film, which was sucking them into this black hole because they turned it to the right, which was the wrong way. You weren't supposed to do that. You have to turn it to the left. So is Livia around here to tell us if it was turned to the left or right or ever back? No,
I don't think so. We're just going to make up our own mind on that one.
We'll just have to. Anyway, some honorable mentions. Sandstorm City again. Okay, this one was great. The character turns the knob on, I think, some sort of large object to the right instead of the left, and they get smashed by the object. It kind of falls on top of them. Oh, the barn. Okay, these 2 characters are running away from a monster, and he turns the key to the left to try and lock the door. Sorry, turns it to the right, and he finally turns it to the left, locks the door to protect him from the monster coming after him. And the sacrificed. This is a good one. Okay, so a key is used to turn and unlock a portal that accesses another underworld dimension. So that was another cool one as well, too. So some honorable mentions there. Way to go, fella. That was fantastic.
And finally, we have the best use of the prop. And our prop this year was a hook. And we had quite a few interesting uses of a hook this year. But in this case, our winner was Hook and Key by Deanna Marie Freitas.
Oh, fantastic, Deanna. So in this one, the hook is actually a key that is used to access another magical dimension. And so when people touch the hook, they disappear and go to this dimension. And
unless they're the chosen
they're the chosen one, yes, then you can access the dimension and move back and forth. So it felt like it was a piece to a bigger story. So is Deanna here to confirm that or deny it? Is she available to tell us about the hook or the key or both? No. Okay.
Or we'll just have to be left in suspense and find out one ourselves when we
suspense.
touch the magical hook, because I don't think we're the chosen one.
No, we went, I disappear right away in another dimension. So some honorable mentions for this. One Last Time and the duo used the vaudeville hook, which I was surprised. That was a great one.
I was very excited to see that used in this.
I didn't even think about that. So that's one of the reasons why we picked the hook, because there's so many different ways you could utilize it. So those 2 use the vaudeville hook in the theater where they just yank the person off stage, and they used to do back in the day. In one instance, it was used just to kind of yank somebody off stage, and it was used to save them from falling in a hole on an old theater, pulling them off stage. Obeafo, let's see. Oh, a crochet hook and a shepherd's hook. Okay, that was mentioned in there. So those were really good. And of course, I kind of like the hookman, which is the killer has a hook for a hand. He comes after these people. So definitely utilized throughout the whole script as they battled that killer. All right. I think we're here to the best screenplay.
We've reached it. We've reached the pinnacle
You know, the
of best
pinnacle.
screenplays.
We're having so much fun. Time just flies.
I know. Should we play like a game of checkers while we wait?
We should like
Should we
do
go
that.
to the luau? Should I teach you how to hula?
Yeah,
I mean, I can get you one of these, or I mean, we can just kind of hang out,
Or
see
we
what
could
everyone's
just-
up to.
We could just kick the slide in
We could.
TL and we'll
We
just
could
go
do
with
that.
The top 3 scripts that we have. He's
thinking about it.
There
There
it
it is.
the top 3 winners. I knew we had a slide for it.
There's always a slide.
Somebody created that. Thank goodness they're covering us.
So we have our top 3 nominees.
That's correct. Actually, no, we just go with the winners.
Oh, we just go with the winners?
Yeah, we're
Okay,
not
then
putting
I'm not
nominees.
doing nominees.
They get gift cards. So third place is $50. Second place, $100 gift card, and
Okay.
first place is $150 gift card. So we're going to
Perfect.
start with third place. So the third place nominee, I think you can click the slide forward. It goes to the nominee. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Best script,
So
third place.
best script, third place goes to
Now,
One Last Time by Nicholas Rollo.
all right, Nicholas. one last time. Let's see here.
Congratulations.
This was a very creative one as well. This was, I'm telling you guys, this was in the running for best plot structure because it was very well done, very well crafted. And it's about teens going to a theater one last time to look for a scary monster before they all graduate and go off to college. But then there's a nice little twist to it. Is Nicholas here to tell us about that?
That was a twist I did not see.
I see a hand raised.
No,
Yeah, I'm here.
congratulations.
Thank you.
But tell us about the story about that. Your characters, you had a nice dynamic group of characters. What I really liked about it was you weren't afraid to just kill folks off and like, that's it. Like nobody was safe at the end of that one. Talk about that a little bit, Nicholas.
Yeah, definitely. So growing up in Connecticut, there's not a lot to do. So my friends and I used to just go ghost hunting all the time. And so I kind of played on that, what we would do in high school. Like we go to like random graveyards. I used to perform at this really old opera house that we always used to say was haunted. So we like go there after hours. So I kind of based it on like that experience and then taking it to the extreme and like cutting them off at the head.
Yeah, you definitely took it to the extreme. And at the end, we'll just kind of give it away. I guess she falls in the ghost, her and the old
She
ghost
fell
in
in
the
love with the
theater.
ghost.
They get together. Oh no, he inhabits the body of
So
the other kid. That's
she
right.
had fallen in love with the ghost.
Yep.
So she basically killed off all of her friends
Except for the one.
so she could have him inhabit the body.
Except for the one, is
I
the
did not
ghost
see
inhabits
it
the
coming.
body. It was great.
I was very surprised.
It definitely took. So I will say very well done because a lot of times those types of scripts where, hey, let's go to a scary place and we're going to get chased by a monster are very predictable, but you added a nice little twist that was different than what you would normally see in that regard. So congratulations there. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. So let's go to our second place slide that we worked really hard to put together. Oh, we did do one.
So
Good.
we do. We have our second place for best script goes to The Secure Ritual by Pedro Rivera.
Pedro, we have heard that name once before.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pedro is here, and we did mention about it, the father, the hospice, and I guess it's no surprise that it's one of the winners because it really is kind of based on some emotional feelings, and you can really see how that comes across in the script.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it very much.
Thank
All right.
you.
Good deal. Good deal. Great having you. Okay, so let's head to first place. Right? Right. The
First place. I think
That's
we're
it.
first place. Yeah.
Goodness. First place, $150 B&H gift card. And just know you can use B&H gift card even if you're in the animation department, if you're in the music production, like it's great for all the departments,
Good for every department.
every department.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
we don't have a drum roll, so we're just gonna go ahead and
a
let
little pretend.
whenever TL clicks the button.
First
Best
place
place.
goes to Obeafo by Jashim U. Wilson.
We have heard that one before. All right. Congratulations. First place.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Gift card, very well done, very
Thanks.
well structured. We did mention this earlier. Well done in all aspects, very good dialogue, very good suspense, and even at the end, it was a nice twist. So let's talk a little bit. Well, he did tell us about the witch, and then so let's talk a little bit about just kind of where you got the idea from. Is that something that's been in kind of your family history as well?
No,
Nope.
me and one of my classmates wanted to just do a horror movie that was different. And so we were just trying to find our big bad. And we went through like researching Egyptian mythology and vampires in Egypt. And then we settled on an African folklore, I believe. And that's where the Beofo came in.
Excellent. So I will say this script writing, there's so many different areas you can go to, and a lot of people write about what they know, lifetime experience, like that. But a lot of people write about what they don't know. But if you're going to do that, you have to do the research and you have to look into it, which we can totally tell that's what you did. You have to take the time to research that, all the stuff that's around it. And so you did a great job doing that. Again, well-structured, great setup. I totally could see the characters in the setup, the idea of the Veofill, and I was totally informed. And then you moved on to the body of it, which was the tension for the child thinking this thing's coming after him. And I could really feel the tension in there. It wasn't overplayed like, you know, a lot of little scripts might be, or even short films, because I could totally see this being a short film. And then there's a very solid conclusion at the end where, you know, the mom, I like how the mom shows the video ring doorbell of the grandma sneaking in, pretending to be the Obeafo.
Well, it's just the way you also, that you think it's going to be your typical horror movie. It's going to be about a vampire. It's going to be about this, but it's really about the relationship with the child and his grandmother, and the way that that really builds. I think there's some great character development in there as well.
And
So
a lot of the unsaid stuff that between the mom
between the mother and the grandmother,
Yeah.
I think it's really well done too.
So you have a lot of dynamics in there. So actually, congratulations. Congratulations to everyone. We won.
There was a
round of
lot.
applause.
Yes, there were so many good screenplays this year, guys.
So just to let you know, judges did give our feedback. And so we'll be posting the feedback, and you'll be getting a message from Film Freeway, because we'll send you the feedback from the judges on your specific scripts about areas where it excelled, but they thought they liked, and then areas where it could be improved upon. And I will say this, I read a lot of the scripts. The simplest improvement area is just grammar and formatting. And that was 5 stars right there, just in the judging process. If you can format it properly and then double check your grammar and spelling, boom, that's easy. And that's a professional thing that a lot of people look at when you send it out to actors and stuff, because a lot of times that's the first impression they have of you as a filmmaker, is seeing your script. And if you have a well-done script that doesn't have any grammatical errors, they can assume that you're going to make a well-done movie that's going to have a lot of detail and attention to it. So we'll be sending that out here as well. And we also have a mixer.
Yes, TL, what can you tell us about our mixer / Zoom after party?
Well, that was a good run through, and we're going to do this for real at 8 o'clock. Is that right?
That's right. That was our test run.
Precisely.
Every month I have a student mid-month mixer, and that is on the same night as tonight. And instead of waiting till 8 o'clock Eastern to start it, we're going to do an after party for you all. There's a link on the Facebook page. I'll put it in Discord if you don't have it. And as soon as we shut this down, I'm going to start up the mid-month mixer.
Your special guest is John Ardigo, right? Karaoke night at John Ardigo's house.
That's what I heard.
Exactly. Well, we here at the award show are about to start our second case of beer, and we'll see you at the mid-month mixer.
Okay. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Congratulations. Thank you again. We look forward to seeing you all next year, and we hope you have a great night.
Great night. Keep writing. Keep being creative.
Thank you.
Excellent. Well done.